2 Corinthians 4:4, the Apostle Paul writes, Satan, the god of this age, has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ. We live in a world that is much like a matrix. We move, we live, we exist, and we act as if everything is normal. But behind the scenes, the Bible says that this world is under the control of darkness. In Ephesians 6:12, Paul says that we wrestle and are at war with satanic forces that rule our world from high places. The Satan and the angels who rebelled against God are currently influencing the world as we speak. Therefore, we must be vigilant and aware of every lie that comes our way from this kingdom of darkness. Satan is the type of smart enemy who wants to hide in the shadows and even convince you that he is not there. In fact, Satan has worked hard to convince the world that he does not exist. Why? Because again, the deadliest enemy is the one that you can't see, the one that you don't believe is there. And this is why daily more and more people are turning away from God and turning towards the world of darkness and aren't even thinking about their eternity. In fact, people nowadays are even mocking God and making fun of those who believe in God and follow Jesus, just as the Bible said would take place before the return of Christ. And so, as you can see, Satan's cunning nature has ingeniously convinced the world that he is not here, that he is not real, which makes the world very easy prey for deception. And so perhaps the biggest lie that Satan has devised to the world is that he is not real.
This is not a normal adventure race. Mountains, jungles, ocean, and it is brutal. We can handle anything that comes.
When someone decides to not seek God or even investigate God, it's almost like someone choosing to remain within a matrix, a false prism of reality. And let's face it, most of us who don't choose to follow God and we determine to confine ourselves to the bubble of our own will and desires, what do we end up doing? Playing fantasy video games, right? Watching fantasy movies. We construct these fantasy worlds that allow us to cope with existence. But when you follow God and receive His Spirit, you are set free from the matrix of the world and you are brought into His kingdom. And then you begin to find that you spend less time being entertained by fantasy. Well, why? Because for the first time, you actually prefer reality.